it's me, Dereck, and welcome to episode 14 of DTG. It's been exactly 4 months since our last episode, and we appreciate all the love and support. But before we get started with today's episode, I just wanted to mention that before I actually started filming this episode, I actually finished production on episode 9 of the Dereck and Friends show. That episode will come after I film this one, so please keep that in mind. But anyways, I'm not going to drag this intro for too long, but for now, let's just get started with today's episode of DTGLH. Okay, so before we get started with today's episode, we actually have a little something we'd like to talk to you about. I'm here to announce that effective on this episode, including with the other 4, this episode, along with the other 4, will be focusing on the Big 5 film studios, the current ones in fact. And those Big 5 film studios are Universal, Paramount, Warner Brothers, Disney, and Sony. So, for this episode, all of the other 4, we're going to do all 5 of the Big 5 studios from oldest to youngest in quality of entertainment and for all of you guys. So, let's get started, shall we? Okay, guys, so what is the oldest studio out of the Big 5? Well, that studio is Universal Pictures. Okay, people, we got all of everything set up, but we had some technical issues in the voiceover booth, so Bradley's just gonna be reading the script with this raw voice, right? Yeah. But anyways, go ahead and tell the history, Bradley. Thanks, Dereck. Anyways, Universal City Studios LLC, doing business as Universal Pictures, also known as Universal Studios or simply Universal, is an American film production and distribution company that is headquartered at the Universal Studios complex in Universal City, California. It serves as the flagship studio of Universal Film Entertainment Group, which is the film studio arm of NBC Universal, which is a subsidiary of Comcast. Universal is most comically known for their awesome motion pictures and successful film franchises, including Fast and Furious, Jurassic Park, and Despicable Me. Additionally, the studio's library includes many individual films such as Jaws and E.T. the Extraterrestrial, which both became the highest grossing films of all time. Anyways, Universal Pictures was founded on April 30th, 1912 by Carl Laemmle, Mark Dentifast, Charles Obama, Adam Kessel, Pat Powers, William Swanson, David Horsley, Robert H. Cochrane, and Julius Latour. Universal is known as the oldest surviving film in the United States and is the 5th oldest globally after Godmouth, Pathé, Tantanus, and Nordic Film. It's the oldest out of the Big 5 film studios. On March 19th, 1915, Laemmle opened the world's largest motion picture production facility, Universal City Studios, on a 230-acre converted farm just over the Cahunga Pass from Hollywood. Then, in 1945, J. Arthur Rank, who had already owned a stake in the studio almost a decade before, was hoping to expand his American presence, has bought into a 4-way merger with Universal, along with the independent company International Pictures and producer Kenneth Young. The newly combined United World Pictures has performed very badly and was dissolved within 1 year. But however, Rankin International remained interested in Universal, culminating in the studio's reorganization as Universal International, which was announced on July 30th, 1946. Then, the long-awaited takeover of Universal Pictures by MCA Incorporated happened in mid-1962 as part of the MCA-Decca Records merger. And as a final gesture before leaving the talent agency business, virtually every MCA client was signed to a Universal contract. In 1963, MCA formed Universal City Studios Incorporated, merging the motion pictures and television arms of the formerly Universal Pictures Company and Revue Studios, which was officially renamed as the Universal Television. And so, with MCA in charge, Universal has become a full-blown popular film movie studio, with leading actors and directors under contract, offering slick commercial films and a studio tour subsidiary that was launched in 1964. And then finally, in September 2013, Adam Fogelson was ousted as co-chairman of Universal Pictures, promoting Donna Langley to the sole chairperson. And in addition, NBC Universal International Chairman Jeff Shell will be appointed as chairman of the Universal Film Entertainment Group. But anyways, that's all. Okay guys, let's get straight into the logos. We have a total of 13 logos to go through, but they will be split into 4 sections. But anyways, let's start it off with Section 1, where we'll take a look at the Universal Film Manufacturing Company. This is what their first logo looks like, and it was used from September 12, 1913 till 1914. Here's a video of it. Okay, for my opinions on this logo seems kind of decent for the silent era, but it is also a more exciting one. It's kind of plain. So if I had to get a rating, I would give it a 3.5 out of 10. But anyways, let's move on to the next logo. And it looks kind of like this. This logo was used from July 22nd, 1914 until 1919. There isn't any videos about this, but the logo does seem kind of cool though. But anyways, let's move on to the next logo. And that next logo looks like this. This logo was used from August of 1914 until December of 1918. And there is some videos of this, so let me show them to you. Okay, for my opinion, and I like the spinning around of the globe. That's kind of cool, but I don't like it when there's no audio. But again, it's the 1913 back at that time. But anyways, time to move on to the final logo for this section. And that final logo looks like this. This is the 4th logo under the Universal Film Manufacturing Company. It was used from September 1914 until September 1918. Okay, this logo does seem kind of boring, and I have no words about this logo. But anyways, I'm not going to drag this talk for too long. With Section 1 finally being done, we will move on to Section 2, where we'll take a look at the original era for Universal Pictures. This is what their first logo looks like, and it was seen from January 16th, 1922 to September 9th, 1927. Okay, so this logo receives a clear approval from me. I do like the playing find around, which is used in one of the later logos. It was from the first era. But overall, it gives it a clear approval for me. But now it's time to move on to the next logo, which looks like this. This is their second logo and was seen from January 18th, 1925 until December 25th, 1928. Okay, I have no words to say about this. It's just a globe, and it just has Carl LeMay on it, and it just has text. So we're just gonna move swiftly on to the next logo. This next logo is the one that most people nowadays are familiar with, and I'm talking about this logo right here. This is their third logo in the Universal Pictures original era, and it was seen from September 9th, 1927 until 1936. I'm going to show you an opening logo and a logo variation. Okay, despite its effortlessness, I like the plane and all the visuals and the globe. It's considered an impressive logo for this era, and it receives a positive review from me. But now it's time to move on to the next logo. And that next logo looks like this. This is the final logo, and it was seen from April 18th, 1937 until December of 1947. Okay, this logo also receives a positive review from me. I like its aesthetic and its visual for its films at that time. But now I'm just gonna cut it short and let's just move on to the next logo. And that was the final logo for section 2. And with that out of the way, it's time to move on to section 3, where we'll take a look at Universal International Pictures. This is their only logo under that name, and it was seen from August 1946 till April 1964. Let me show you a few videos of this. Okay, I have nothing much to say about this logo. I just think it's an okay logo. But anyways, the third section is being complete. Now we move on to the fourth and final section, where we'll take a look at the second era of Universal Pictures. This is their first logo, and it was used from December 1963 till May 8th of 1990. I have two versions of this. The one I just showed you was a version from 1963 to 1972, and there's a version from 1971 to 1990 where the logo has an MCA byline. So let's show you a few videos of that. I like this logo because of its representation of the globe and the radiation belts. I'm surprised to see how popular it has become. But now it's time to move on to the next logo. And the next logo looks like this. Some of you guys who grew up in the 90s are gonna remember this logo. Anyways, this logo was used from May 25th, 1990 till April of 1997. Let me show you a few videos of this. I like this logo because of its representation and how it became a fame throughout the 90s. But now, I'm not going to drag this monologue for too long. It's time to move on to the next logo. So, we only have 2 logos left. And this next logo looks like this. This is a logo that most people recognize. It was used from May 1997 until February 2012. Let's show you some videos of it. Okay, this logo receives a 10 out of 10. This logo is my favorite out of all of them. But now it's time to reveal the final logo for the oldest company out of the big 5 film studios. And it looks a lot like this beauty. This is their current logo and has been in use since March 2nd, 2012. Okay, this logo is a real beaut, and I like how the globe and the whole space thing, including the text, has changed a lot. And I'm excited to see what future logos they have in hold for us. But anyways, that's going to be all for the logos. Well, anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode of DTGLH. It's been so fun showcasing the logos over the years from Universal and reviewing some of its history. Anyways, stay tuned for episode 3, where we're going to be taking a look at Paramount. But if you did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to like this video to show your support. And don't forget to subscribe and help me get up to 800 subscribers. And also, thank y'all so much for helping me getting up to 700 subscribers quickly. And then finally, click that bell icon so you can get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. Oh, and as always, I have social media as well. So don't forget to go follow me on my Instagram at KingDereckTGalaxyElite. And don't forget to check out my DeviantArt where I post some art stuff at Dereck Galaxy Official. And I do some StreamYard streams, but I don't just post them here on YouTube. I also do StreamYard streams on my Twitch account. So go follow my Twitch at DereckTGalaxyOfficial. The links to them will be in the description through my link tree. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!